What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy. Finally back in the United States of Joe Winko. It's been way too long since I done an episode of this, but yeah. So I'm going to be building my next city in the United States of Joe Winko, and it's going to be way up here on the Canadian side of the map, right here. And the winner of last episode's trivia question was Dayshell Ross. So, congratulations to Dayshell Ross. They're going to be the mayor of my next city, which is going to be right here. And this city is going to be called Prince Edward. So, let's get this party started. Okay, so first things first, as usual, add a whole bunch of trees. Yeah, it's been way too long since I built a city in the United States of Joe Winko. I mean, it's been more than 2 years, and I haven't even had this map filled up yet. It's been like 2.5 years, actually. Almost 3. Yeah, it will be 3 years. In April it will be. That's the anniversary. I want to get like the whole east side of the country done, which I almost have, which I almost do have done. Like I finished all of Interstate 95 and all of Interstate 65 and 75 and 85. Not quite 55 yet. Alright, so Prince Edward. Yeah, Prince Edward, I looked it up on how I found out about Prince Edward was I was looking at the Canadian section of Google Maps, like where this area is actually considered in real life, and yeah, it's called Prince Edward. However, there is a Prince Edward Island, but that's further north than this, actually. I mean, yeah, further north than Canada. Well, it is still Canada, but further north than what people, where most Canadians live. It looks pretty, but no way I could ever survive living there. Okay, so there's actually two sides of this lake. One of them is the USA side, the other side is the Canadian side. However, the parts of Canada are still considered the United States of Joe Winko. I mean, like, if I was actually, like, ruling the world in SimCity 4, and I had, like, and if I took over a map exactly like the continental USA, well, North America really, because it includes parts of Mexico too, I would still call the Canadian side Canada, even though it's part of the United States of Winko. Just consider it like an extension or something, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so getting back to here. So, I need to build out these roads, make them go further this way. Well, I don't know where, just gotta plan them all out right. I wasn't planning on having this built be a very populated area. In real life it isn't a populated area. I remember when I first started playing this game, I always wanted to make my cities like massive and make them huge, but nowadays, since I have like so much space, and since I'm already at a population of like 8 million Sims, I think it's just fine having a bunch of small towns. I'm more fascinated by the small towns in the Sims, I mean in SimCity 4. First of all, they don't take as much time to build. I mean, even though it's a lot of fun building towns in this game, it's just interesting watching them change over time and watching them grow and develop. Well, that's what I used to feel like. I mean, like nowadays I just like adding custom mods to the towns and like touching them up and decorating them. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Let me build another road running this way. Not sure if I'm going to convert that to... Well, not sure if I'm going to convert this to... Yeah, I will. I usually don't convert them to... Well, actually, what the hell am I talking about? I always convert them to roundabouts. Okay, so... Let me add another road going this way. Oh wait, yeah, I could have those roads connected. Didn't know they lined up so evenly. Oh wait, almost evenly. And let me have this road going here. Again, it's not going to be a very populated area of the United States Winko since it's so far north. Well, it does snow in this game, but only on Christmas. And I mean, like, literally on Christmas. You have to play the game during Christmas for it to snow. So, there's no interstates running through this part of the United States of Winko. But there are going to be, like, a bunch of flags, like American flags for the USA side and Canadian flags for the Canadian side. No shit. Let me find them real quick. I have so many, like, custom mods installed in this game. It's hard to find stuff, because I always, like, make a bunch of custom stuff. It's not even stuff I downloaded, it's stuff that I made. I create, like, so much content for this game. Oh, here's a Canadian flag. I mean, I was reading the tutorials online, that's how I learned how to do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure all my Sims are smart enough to know that this is the Canadian side of the United States of Winko, but I just like adding those flags just for decoration. I think they're pretty. They look nice. I don't really know much about the history of Canada. The only thing I really know about the history of Canada is that the White House in the USA is white because apparently the Canadians set it on fire a long time ago, and that Quebec was supposed to include parts of Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and Pennsylvania, but for some reason that never ended up happening. I'm not exactly sure if that's true or not, but yeah, I saw that in a video. Okay, so do I have a USA flag? You would think that I would. Unless I just passed right by it. Right, that's a Canadian flag. Because I remember putting them up a while ago. Alright, that's the Ohio flag. It's a Maryland flag. Sorry to bore you guys, just gonna be some more scrolling, looking for the proper thing that I'm looking for. That's a Missouri flag. You guys see how this can get... Okay, I guess I don't have an American flag. Or do I? Nope, I don't. I'll add one in later. Okay, so next is the... I should have sworn that I had an American flag. Well, it doesn't look like I do, so I ain't gonna waste time searching for it. Now for the special landmark that I wanted to show you guys that I added. Wait, that's not it. It's this one. Okay. You see it right here. Prince Edward, Canada. Recognize that guy? Right there. Ed from Ed at Nettie. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw Prince Edward, so duh, I'm gonna add Ed from Ed at Nettie as a statue in the game. Would you really want to live by a huge statue like that of Ed from Ed at Nettie? I mean, it's just like looking at the giant Minnie Mouses. I mean, Minnie Mouse is really cute, but she's scary to look at when they're too big, really. I don't know, I say the weirdest stuff. You can blame my autism for that. Okay, so let's add in some water towers and some water pipes. Whoops. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to add in a landfill, a garbage chute. It's a mod that I downloaded, so you don't have to like build like landfill zones. So those bring up like the pollution in the city. Not sure how far out I'm gonna build this. Not sure if I'm gonna extend it all the way over here, but you know what? Why not? I mean, it's all gonna be like low density residential anyway. Since they have like the major cities right next to them. Well, I think the only one they have next to them is what is the major city they have next to them? Toronto. Yeah, that's what it is. There should be like more than enough career opportunities for them over in Toronto. Because I want to make it so my Sims commute between cities. Because I find that interesting for some reason. I mean, I don't build this whole road city for nothing. I mean, this whole road system for nothing. But ironically, they don't have an interstate running through this city, so let me add a colossal hospital where they get free health. Ooh, wait. Yeah, speaking of free healthcare, I almost forgot about that. The money trees. Okay. Now let me just speed it up and wait a month. They'll have more simoleons by then. Yep, they do. Or simoleons. Simoleons. Isn't that a country somewhere in Africa? Yeah, it is. Somalia. No offense to anyone who lives in Somalia. Well, does anyone in Africa even watch my YouTube videos? I mean, gosh. Like, Africa actually is like a civilized continent. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not just jungles and everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are already smart enough to know that, but you'll be surprised how many don't. I mean, it's just like Wisconsin. There's rich, snobby parts of Wisconsin. There's scary parts of Wisconsin. And there's rich, snobby parts of Africa. And there's scary parts of Africa. Yeah, I'm just talking off the tip of my head right now, in case you haven't noticed. Let me add a high school. And a library. A clinic. A large fire... Wait a second. Citywide fire station. Alright, that's cheating, but whatever. And... an elementary school over here. And a wind turbine right next to it. That's how all my cities are powered in the United States. That's how the entire country is powered in the United States of Winko, with wind turbines. I like wind turbines. I think they're cool. Someone once told me that they're very loud, though. I've never been up close to one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do have like a phobia called megalophobia. That's a fear of large objects, but I'm really only afraid of large objects that can move. I'm not sure how I would feel about a wind turbine though. I mean, because it's not really moving. It's not like moving like an airplane is moving or a boat is moving. Those are the things that freak me out, but I'm going to try not to talk about those. Don't want to have one of my autistic panic attacks while I'm trying to build a city in the United States of Winko. But wind turbines, they do have the twisting and the turning, and that's how they generate electricity. But I heard that if like too much wind blows, they eventually stop turning, and I think that's like for safety reasons or something. Again, talking off the tip of my head, I've been awake all night, literally. I'm not even sure, I don't even remember when I went to bed. What the hell? Why is it saying that? Alright, let me try. Okay, so that should be good enough. Alright, so let's start zoning some low density residential. I love this music. Not sure how well you guys can hear it, but yeah. So I want them all to, the majority of them to live around the Ed and Eddie sign that I made. That's where I want them to first start out at, and then I'll have them branch out over time. Okay, so they're already filling up the zoning areas. I mean, they're already starting to move in. Are they? Yep, they are. Awesome. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, there's... Why am I turning the camera so much? Gosh. I always am supposed to face from the south. That's how it is. So I need to make sure the high schools are good. The library is good. The fire station is good. The elementary school is good. The hospital is... Oh yeah, the hospital's good. And the clinic... Let me add another clinic. Just for the hell of it. I mean, you can never have too many. And shouldn't I add in... Yeah, City College. Gotta include that. And let me add in a bus stop by it. Whoops. Did not mean to zoom out. Perhaps a Greyhound too? Wait, no. Yeah, because I do have the Greyhound station mod. I'm not exactly sure how it is compared to like the normal bus stops, but I'll double check. I think it just provides like more employment opportunities, I guess. Oh, and there's a subway station. Gotta include that. Now, is there a subway that actually runs? Oh, yes, there is one. I gotta add more besides that, otherwise they'll complain that there's no other way out besides the... Yeah, sorry if that didn't make any sense. What I was saying was, like, when you only have, like, one subway station in the city, and it just leads out of the city to another city, the little advice people start telling you that there's been reports of Sims getting on the subway and never being heard from again. I don't know why that makes me laugh for some reason. Um, you guys remember the stranger who took me on a road trip to Arkansas and also to Ohio and also to New Jersey, Virginia, and other places? I remember when I was telling him about that, and he thought it was hilarious. I mean, he actually does play SimCity 4. Well, no, he doesn't play SimCity 4. He plays like an old school SimCity game. But I told him that he should play SimCity 4. It's like much funner than any other SimCity game. You can get to build like huge regions and everything. And have them all connected and working together. Like this. Like the United States of Joe Winko. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of Joe Winko and to the democracy for which it stands, one nation, under Joe Winko fans. Okay, I need to write that later, but remind me to. A parody of the Pledge of Allegiance. Wonder how many people are going to come after me for that. Let's not even go there. Okay, so let me... Ooh, I unlocked the mayor's house. Let me put it right here. Right next to a wind turbine. And another water tower just to fill up the space there. Okay, so I want to fill like all of this up, really. I guess I could add like some commercial lots. And let me just add in a bunch of streets here. Just a bunch of grid-shaped streets. Actually, I want to make like some interesting shaped streets like this. Like, see how that winds like that? Yeah, I think that's cool. That's what I should do, because if you look on Google Earth, I mean, you'll even see that a lot of the residential areas aren't like shaped as grids like they are in the United States of Joe Winko. They all have like a... Oh, wait a second. Wasn't that supposed to be... Damn it. It's supposed to be commercial lots over on that side. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm getting it. And let me add another wind turbine. And I should be able to add like a bus station, a bus stop here too. Oh yeah, I can. And let's watch it grow. And meanwhile, I'll add another bus stop here. And another one here. And some more... Actually, let me throw in like a mix of medium density residential here. And then the rest be low density. Yeah. Wait a second. Damn it, did not mean to do that. I wanted this to be medium density by the roads. And then, okay, so, yeah, it's starting to build up. Okay, so... Alright, those places should be filled up in no time. Glad to have some special shaped roads instead of the typical everyday roads. Let me see how the traffic is. Oh, the traffic's fine. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, build all styles at once. We're at a population of 2,999. That's bound to go up, but yeah. Let me build this road going that way. And gonna have to add a large police station. Just as long as they don't harass any of my civilians. Yeah, speaking of that, better bring down the pay a little bit, otherwise they will. Okay, I think good. Okay, so the safety's gone up. Let me speed this up some. We're now at a population of 3,026. And it's going to start growing. More Sims are going to start moving in. This is going to expand wider. Just take it little by little. Meanwhile, I'm going to build a bunch of cool looking roads. Well, a bunch of squiggly shaped streets. Like that. And like that. And like that. And first, let me throw in a clinic here. And a wind turbine here. I probably should have added that just on the main road. Damn it. Whoops. And a bus station here. And I better save my game since this game is notorious for crashing on me. Okay, so my game crashed on me, and now I have to start exactly from where I last saved at. I'm kind of pissed off about that, but it is what it is. Now, originally, I was gonna have it be like I was gonna have the roads like not be like so gridlocked. I was gonna have them be like swirly and everything. But you know what? I've been up all night and I kind of feel out of it. Well, actually, I haven't really been up all night yet. It's 2 a.m. and I'm just like hell with it. So I'm just gonna zone. Low density residential. All here. All here. Delete this. Replace it with a wind turbine. Let me make sure to save. I don't want my game to crash on me and I lose all that. And you know what? Actually, let me replace this with medium density commercial. And now there's strategy behind this. Oh, that's Albany, New York? Huh. I didn't know we were that close to it. Okay, whatever. Now, I should probably add in another high school and another elementary school and a clinic and a power plant, a wind turbine, and a library. Gosh, that looks so bad. The way those roads are like overlapping like that. Jeesh. Let me tear that down. That looks ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Whoops. Okay, so let me have this be like low density commercial. Oh, that worked out nicely. And let me save so I don't lose any of my progress. Again. Okay, so this game just keeps crashing on me for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because this statue that I have, the one of Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Okay, so this game keeps crashing on me for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's getting annoying. Luckily, I saved right before it crashed, but whatever. I'm not going to add anything else to this because it just gets annoying with it crashing over and over again. But I am going to take a couple pictures. Hopefully it doesn't crash before... Hopefully it doesn't crash like after I do that, before I save. So I'm going to take one picture of that. Let me get closer to this Ed sign. And let me take a full exterior view from that angle. And yeah, I still have like tons of space on the map, but I don't feel like adding anything else to it because it's Because it keeps crashing. That's why. And it's annoying. Oh, wait a second. Let me see what I unlocked. Let me just save real quick. Hopefully I unlocked some cool stuff, because like the more Sims that move to your neighborhood, the more things you get in the unlockables. I unlocked the mayor statue, the house of worship, the tourist trap, the resort hotel. You know what? I'm going to add that. Let me add it right here, right in the middle of the residential area. And let me add the tourist trap right next to it. Okay, so that's good enough. So let me take one more picture just so I have a thumbnail for this video. So that's basically it for this episode of the United States of Joe Winko. Thanks so much to Dasso Ross for answering last episode's trivia question correctly a long time ago, and for becoming the mayor of Prince Edward, Ontario, in the United States of Joe Winko. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry I was kind of out of it and couldn't think of enough interesting stuff to talk about. It just gets complicated when you're trying to focus on building a huge city and you're just so out of it you can't think of what to say, especially if you've been up late like me. So that's basically it. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to answer this episode's trivia question correctly first, so you can become the mayor of my next SimCity 4 city in the United States of Joe Winko. And just make sure to let me know what you want your mayor name to be, and make sure it's the same mayor name you use for all your other cities that you become the mayor of in the United States of Joe Winko too. That's how I keep score. So that's it. Peace out, people.
This episode's trivia question.
What were the names of all 4 of Joe Winko's adoptive siblings in Joe Winko's 2010 Sims 2 horror film, Lake Peewalk?
Answer this question in the comments. The first person to comment the correct answer will be crowned the mayor in my next city of the United States of Joe Winko. Please also mention the name you want to be listed as. Remember, you must use the same name at all times. That is it. Peace out, people.